Hey everyone, Gabriel from Sky Scaling here. And so today's video will probably be a shorter one, but I think it's a really important one. And I'd like to address the improvements that we've made over the past couple of months to ensure that our clients are getting adequate show rates so that they can actually meet with more prospects, whether it's for recruiting, client acquisition, and grow their business. So step number one, and I think this is really the most important part of getting a good show rate, is having a good qualification process. Before people get to your calendar page, you want them to go through a qualification process, a vet process. That's going to show us how much intent your prospect actually has in getting the product you have to offer to them. And by qualifying your prospects, when they get to your calendar page, if having gone through that process already, once they get there, if they book a meeting, they just have a better reason to actually show up. By using a simple lead form or little to no qualification process, you'll get a lot more meetings, but that will just mean a lot more no-shows. So there's two kind of systematic approaches we use to qualify prospects and get prospects to book meetings with you over at Sky Scaling. So the first one looks a bit like this. It's super simple. I've shown this before in a previous video, but really, there's 4 steps. First off, we run an ad for acquisition, whether it's for recruiting or clients, under your Facebook and Instagram business page. People that click on the ad then get brought to a landing page. So again, we use a landing page and not a lead form. We just prefer landing pages because the quality is usually a lot higher, and actually Facebook won't even direct the same traffic to lead forms than they do for ads that use websites. And you might be asking why. The reason is simple. Facebook knows that high quality traffic will be converting a lot more on landing pages than they do on lead forms. So we use qualification pages, so we have people go through a vet process. That's actually going to show us how much intent your prospect has in getting what you have to offer to them. And again, like I said, quality is usually a lot more important than quantity when it comes to getting leads. So some people get disqualified. That's too bad. That's just part of the game here. So you will get some prospects disqualified, but the ones that do qualify will then have the option to automatically book a meeting with you on your calendar page. If they don't, so about 60% of people will book once they get to your calendar page. Those that don't will then get engaged in a conversation via your AI assistant. So you'll have your own AI assistant. I've shown that process in a previous video if you guys want to watch that, but you'll have your own AI assistant reach out to your prospects via SMS exactly 3 minutes after they haven't booked a meeting, which will get them to engage in a conversation, hopefully book a meeting. Last case scenario, you can still manually set the appointment yourself, which those 3 kind of options will result in Zoom appointments. So this is the process, the first process that we use. And the second one I'll show just now is really, really similar. We only have one additional step in this process that will help get people to show up. And the reason I don't use process number 2 for every prospect is because we just want to see how things will go when we're working on a new member. Right off the bat, we want to see how things will go, because depending on the location, market, product you're offering, show rates will vary a lot. I have some members that show rates just aren't an issue. Everyone shows up, everyone's happy, and obviously some people will have higher no-shows. So in that case, we'll have to address that and make sure that we're fixing that process. So again, first step is having a good qualification process. And so the second kind of approach we can use is literally the same. The only additional step is we can add a VSL before the Zoom appointment. So let's say your prospect books a meeting. We can then redirect them to a thank you page, or have them receive a link in the reminders themselves before the meeting. Make sure that they actually watch the video before the meeting. So in that video, it's important to talk about the benefits of actually showing up. You can talk about some statistics of the people in your business, just trying to make your opportunity look a lot more enticing. That's something you can do in the actual VSL before the meeting. So that's an additional step that can definitely help show rates and get people more intrigued. If you're selling insurance, you can then do a video just maybe saying, hey, thank you, kind of showing the maybe some clients you've worked with in the past that have been happy, or maybe you could just talk about how you could actually help your prospect on the other end of their screen. So this is a systematic approach, or the system that we have put in place for our members to get meetings. Now, I'd like to go over the reminder sequence, because having a good reminder sequence and an engaging one is really important as well. So not only do people, obviously we want to get more appointments booked from qualified prospects, but once they book a meeting, so they can either, again, receive this VSL, but you need some good reminders in place. And I'd like to show you guys what we've been using as a reminder sequence for our life insurance prospects and our recruiting prospects. So we have two different workflows for both scenarios because obviously the messages in the confirmation or reminders are a bit different. So let's go over the client acquisition appointment confirmation sequence. So first off, you'll see here that triggers appointment status confirmed. So when someone books a meeting, the lead is then assigned to a user, which would be yourself or the person that we're working with at that time. We then put them in the pipeline. So booked appointment stage in the pipeline. You would receive a text message saying, hey, contact just book a Zoom meeting with you with a date and time of that meeting. We send back this information to Facebook. So obviously we want your tracking device and your pixel on Facebook to gain data. So that's how that's done. And then we send a confirmation SMS as well as an email to your prospect. So hi contact, this is an automated SMS. So you see how we mentioned automated message. We want your prospect to know that this is automated and it's not sent from the person they're booking with. This is an automated message. Confirm your family protection plan appointment with our member that we're working with at that time. I'll just use Joseph as an example. With Joseph, the date, the time, and the Zoom ID of this meeting. The Zoom link has also been sent to your email. If you can't locate it, please check your spam or junk folder, as well as a confirmation email. So very similar process. You can add to Google, add to calendar directly from that email as well. Your virtual appointment has been confirmed with Joseph, from name, the name of the person we're working with at that time. And then 4 minutes later, this person that has booked a meeting will then receive another automated SMS that looks like this. Hey, contact, it's Joseph. I have you on my calendar for the date of the meeting. Did you get the Zoom invite? So this message is meant to be portrayed or seen as if it is actually sent from Joseph and not the person, but and not just an automated SMS from the system. And so by doing this and having this incorporated in our sequence, we're trying to get our prospect to kind of put them in a situation that we're actually caring for them, that Joseph will start preparing the meeting with that prospect, because when a prospect sees that someone is getting prepared to meet with them, that will definitely increase the show rate. And so that's kind of the whole thing that we're trying to portray at this stage. And so 3 days before the meeting, again, another SMS and email. Hi contact, this is an automated SMS message to remind you about your family protection plan appointment with Joseph approaching in 3 days on the date and time. Again, same exact email. A day before, another automated SMS. And then 2 hours prior to the meeting, we'll send another SMS. Hey contact, it's Joseph again. I'm getting ready for our 2 p.m. I'm using an example, 2 p.m., 4 p.m. chat. From the details you provided in the questionnaire, I've discovered some fantastic coverage options for you. However, I'm noticing I'm missing your date of birth. So we're just texting your prospect via SMS, just saying, hey, I need more information because I am getting prepared and I found some fantastic coverage options for you. Could you send that over when you get the chance? It'll help us save some time when we chat. Thanks for the assistant. And so exact same mentality when we're sending this message is still to get your prospect in a portray you as a not only an authority, but see you as, hey, this person is getting prepared for our meeting together. So let me just send my date of birth and hopefully we can save some time on that meeting. So by saying we're going to save some time as well, your prospect is probably going to think, okay, this might not be too long. Just simple stuff like that will put your prospect just in a more comfortable state and just help them actually show up to the meeting. You also get a notification 2 hours before, 10 minutes reminder, and then you also get notified 10 minutes before the meeting. So this is the sequence that we use for client acquisition. Super simple, but literally, we just added a couple little automated SMS that kind of act on your behalf. And again, the goal is to get your prospect to engage in those messages and think that you're actually getting more prepared for the meeting with them, which shows them, hey, this person cares about me and I'm probably important to this guy right now. So let me actually show up and not waste his time. And recruiting is very similar again. Confirmation SMS. So instead of being family protection plan, this is career opportunity appointment with Joseph, date, time, Zoom ID. Again, hey, it's Joseph. I have you my calendar. And then the only difference is the 2 hour reminder will say, From the details you provided in the questionnaire, it sounds like this opportunity could be a great fit for you. However, I've realized I don't have your age information. Could you please confirm that you are over 18? It's a prerequisite for applying to this opportunity in the financial sector. Thanks for your assistance. So again, super simple question. We just want to make sure your prospect is over 18, which is always the case since the ads we're targeting are for people 18 and over. But again, this is just get your prospect to engage in a conversation with you, say yes, and yeah. So this is kind of the whole sequence that we're currently using, and it has definitely helped the show raise for a lot of our members. On top of that, if you do decide to introduce a VSL, that can also help a lot. You can kind of talk about the benefits of showing up to that meeting as well, get your prospect a bit more intrigued, a bit more enthusiastic, and get them to show up, which is the whole goal. Because once you're on that meeting, that's where you can kind of do whatever you're good at, which is, obviously grow your business, close a prospect, grow your team, grow your agency, and help out people in need. So that's kind of what I want to go over today. If you guys have any questions, you can leave some comments below. And again, if you are a life insurance agent currently in Canada and you'd like to get more information about a system like this and see how this could potentially help you out, book a meeting with one of our team members below at skyscaling.com/contact. And yeah, we'd be happy to see if we can help you out. So it's been Gabriel, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.